Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
hmm Hi.
Hi, Betty.
Oh, you knew my name, or does it say right there? How are you, hon?
Good. How are you?
You know what? Better now. I was really looking forward to this. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Michelle.
Look at how pretty you are. You're so young.
Thank
How are
you.
you, Michelle?
Right? Well, yes. Come on, look. You don't get to be my age and not just kind of see things. In fact, you know what? I got to tell you something later that you just made my day because you validated what there's not a language to this, right? It's not telepathy and it's not whatever, but it's a knowing of sorts. And when you shared your story, I was like so touched by it. One, I can relate to it very well, you know?
Are
So
you
it's
talking?
like,
Are you talking to me or are you talking to Michelle?
no, you're the one that told us, you're so transparent. I love it,
Thank you.
because
I try to be.
no, you're like, hey, this is where I've been, and like people could judge or whatever. It don't matter. You're gonna say your truth, and I love it because so many people, I think they've been programmed to like, don't say it. And I always get in trouble because I'm a loose, like cannon. Like I'll just say the truth, and with humor, and still I get in trouble.
You have to. Betty, is that you? It looks like you're trying. There's two Zoom accounts on your name. Is that?
Oh, because I have you on my phone. Should I turn you off?
Sure. I just didn't know if you had like a friend or a family member that was trying to get in there.
No. Leaving meeting though, it says. It's okay?
Yeah, but you're gonna stay on your computer.
Yes.
How are you doing, Michelle?
Good. Yeah, I'm going good.
Australia, right?
Yeah, Perth. It's 6 o'clock over here in the morning.
That's
What?
wow.
I get up at 5 anyway, so it's all good.
Very cool.
Had my morning walk and yeah, ready to go.
Oh, here's somebody else, Eric.
Hello, everybody. It is 2 o'clock, but we had about 18 people register, so I just want to wait a couple more minutes to see.
Yeah, I think it's nice to say hi to each other, and I just look at how powerful this is. You know what? When I first saw your first video, I went ahead and posted on my IG. I just found that, I mean, you're so confident. Even if you have these MDs saying, blah, 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 that's not possible. You're like very nice about it. Like, look, you're talking about something you don't know anything about because they've been lied to and indoctrinated. I was in the medical field for 34 years. I was very indoctrinated. I mean, you couldn't tell me anything about holistic stuff because you could, I'd listen because I'm not a mean person, but I didn't, it wouldn't really register until, cancer paid me a visit. It was the best thing that happened. Not fun,
Yep.
times two, but hey, so like, how else can you, I call it like being a Navy SEAL in life. You gotta eat some, I mean, like get your face in that, mud and do that soldier crawl sometimes,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, right?
Absolutely. I've gotten a couple of messages from doctors and chiropractors threatening to report me to the IRS and the medical boards, and I'm gonna go to jail.
And when
Very,
but
very,
be very
very,
careful with your
very,
lingo,
very
right?
kind, very kind people.
I know, aren't they? Oh yeah, they feel very threatened because you're gonna dig into the the story that's gonna dig into the cash.
Yep.
Now I know. Now I understand. It's like being there so long, and I was in surgery, first assistant. I would hear their conversations, and I got an education. I got to tell you, that was like now. I'm so grateful because it is true that they don't know.
Yeah.
They're taught. I mean, they don't know that they don't know.
Yep.
you know? And yeah, they can get in the way of other people healing through different methods. Yours being one, there's, many.
Yeah, there's
Um,
a lot out there. All
and
right, we're gonna get started in 1 minute. I'm just seeing it. I think we have 8 people in here.
oh, I only see one, two, three, four. I mean, myself being four. I guess you have a bigger.
Yeah, they don't all show up on the screen. But
Um,
to everyone who has their camera off, welcome. Thank you for being here. This is my hype man, Betty. She's gonna be doing most of the talking today.
no,
Betty,
you gotta live
Betty,
alone. My
Betty,
cats don't talk back.
Betty likes to talk. I'm probably gonna have to hit the mute button on her a couple times today. But that's okay. She's not gonna take it personally.
No, can't.
This is my first time hosting a Zoom, so I'm still learning all the tools. So I appreciate you guys' patience. I think I have it all figured out, but in the event that I have some technical difficulties, just bear with me and I'll figure it out.
Yeah. You'll
All
call
right.
your assistant that you don't know you have already. Wink, wink.
All right, it's 2:05. I'm going to get started and we're going to mute everybody. It's going to be very interactive, and for those parts I'll unmute everybody so that we can talk and share and stuff, but just so I can talk about why we're all here, I'm going to mute everybody if everyone's cool with that. Let's see. All right. Okay. If you guys are comfortable with turning your cameras on, that would be great, just so we can see your eyes and see your souls. But if you're not comfortable with that, that's cool too. All right. So thank you for being here. I'm really grateful to have all of you guys and have the opportunity to serve you. It's been a long journey to get here, and on those days where I felt like checking out, I would tell myself I had a group of people to serve, and I think you guys are part of that. So thank you so much for giving me a reason to live and a reason to go on when I didn't feel like it. So today is just a free informational webinar on the 6-week intensive. It's going to be starting either on December 9th or the 16th. I'm not sure yet which one we're going to start on. But either way, even if you do not join the 6-week intensive, you're going to get a ton of value just out of this class. We're going to do some exercises and we're going to do some pineal gland activations that you can take with you and you can use that in your day-to-day life. So I want to make sure that everybody gets value, even if you don't have the money or the time or it just doesn't resonate with you, you're going to walk away with something of value today. So we're just going to do a couple of warm-up exercises to activate our brains and activate our nervous systems and get our brain into a more receptive state to learn. If you guys want to take notes, that would be good. If not, this is being recorded and I will send it to you guys afterwards. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to start off just with some percussion on our head and our bodies to move the lymph and to activate our nervous systems. So just take your fists, loose fists, hands like this. Doesn't going to be hard. And we're just going to start pounding, percussing on our neck, on our head, kind of some tapping, left and right brain, integrating both hemispheres of the brain, getting the neck and the lymph. And then we're going to go down the arms and open up the arm channels because that's how you create and manifest in the physical matrix is through your hands. Your hands have to be open to create and manifest. Get behind, get your chest. You have a lot of lymph in your armpits and in your neck. If you want to stand up and get your back, feel free. If not, we can just do some tapping, left, right, left, right. Okay. Big breath here, in through the nose. Grab a little more, and then blow it out. All right, now we're going to do some pranayama breathing to integrate the left and the right brain. So take your index finger, plug one nostril, Inhale through your nose, plug, switch, and then out the other. Then in, switch, in, big breaths. Hold it at the top. Switch. All right, on this last one, hold it at the top for 3. Hold it at the top for 3. Good. All right, now we're going to do a set of box breathing. So you're going to inhale for the count of 4. Once you're at the top, you're going to hold it at the top for 4. Then you're going to blow it out on the count of 4. And then when you're at the bottom, you're going to blow it out or hold it empty at 4. Good with that? I know we're moving quick, but we're moving quick for a reason, all right? All right, so the first one. Last one. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blow it out. 2, 3, 4, and then hold it for 4. Good. All right. So that's some breathing. Now we're going to do a little bit of an interesting exercise. I'm going to put everybody's microphone back on if I can figure out how to do that. Or I'll let you guys, can you guys unmute yourselves? I think you can. Yes. All right. So I'm going to ask you guys to do something that you're probably uncomfortable with, but that's what we're here for. Don't worry, all your clothes are staying on. Okay, so we are going to sing the melody of Happy Birthday to my favorite curse word. And the reason that we're going to do that is because all of us are stuck in our left hemisphere of the brain through religious programming, through Western societies, and just Western philosophy. So we're going to break that down and get into the right side of the brain by doing something that is not okay. Is everybody okay with that? Or if you need to leave because you're that offended by bad words, you're more than welcome to go. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
I have
this?
a lot of noise here on the other floor from the other people, and is it not disturbing?
Oh, I am not picking that up. Is anyone else picking up a lot of buzz or sound?
Some of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, why
Maybe I
don't
just have to run to the ocean where we have a normal Wi-Fi. No, not Wi-Fi, but like a phone Wi-Fi.
why don't I'll mute everybody because I don't want that to be a distraction. I apologize. Okay. All right, so everyone's singing voices ready. We're going to be singing the melody of Happy Birthday to my favorite curse word, which is fuck. Is everybody good with that? All right. Fuck, 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 fuck. 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 Good job, guys. I'm proud of you. You're turning on parts of your brain that have been shut down by society. Okay. So now that we are a little bit more open and receptive, I'm going to show you guys a chant and a hand mudra to activate your pineal gland. So we're going to get a little bit more serious. So everyone's muted, but if you could follow along and chant individually, this is going to actually activate your pineal gland, which is going to produce endogenous DMT, and it's going to put your brain in a more neuroplastic state so that you can learn and receive. And then on a more esoteric level, it's going to connect you with your higher power, whatever that is for you. It really doesn't matter. Um, so the chant is Ah, Na, E, E, Hugh. Ah, Na, E, E, Hugh. So it's 5 syllables. And then the hand mudra that we're going to do, if everybody has their hands. So it's middle fingers together, and then the rest of your fingers are locked together. So can everybody see that? You got it, Anna? I'll give you guys like 30 seconds to get together because I can't see everybody's screen. We're going to hold the tip of the thumb right here to the third eye. Everybody ready? Right here. All right, so we're gonna do 5 rounds of ah, na, e, hue. Ah, na, e, hue. Ah, na, hue. Ah, na, hue. Anahu. Anahu. All right. How does everyone feel? That was a quicker one, but you should be feeling in a little bit of an altered state, maybe not a huge one. That's something that you can do on your own every day. I would do it for at least like 2 or 3 minutes. Again, the hand mudra is middle fingers together right here, and then your second knuckles are together, and your thumb is right there. And the 5 syllable chant is ah, na, e, hue. Ah, na, e, hue. And that is the sound of God in Sanskrit with the sound of hue. So it's connecting God and the collective of humanity together. It's 2 chants put together. All right. Let's take a couple of breaths because we're going to shift gears into something a little bit more serious. Not that that wasn't serious, but it was probably a little bit different. Let's see. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. All right, cool. Let's take a couple of deep breaths here and just settle into all the energy that we just took in. And you know what? We only have 8 participants, so if everybody feels comfortable, maybe we'll just do a quick little introduction and why you're here and what you hope to get out of this. Does everyone feel relatively comfortable with that? All right, I'm just going to go down the list. And how about we introduce yourself, where you're from, and then 2 things that you're grateful for. Anna is the first on the list, so I'm going to unmute Anna if I can.
Hello.
Hello, Anna.
Um, I saw you in Instagram, and I really felt, wow, that is something completely new and interesting and unusual about this noise. Endocrinal therapy. Sorry. Um, yeah, and I was thinking, yeah, I would like to try it really. Um, yeah, and then I saw other knowledges that you were sharing. It seemed very something unusual, what I never heard. But I have been into this spiritual journey since I mean, like 16 years, like really digging many things, and I'm really interested into know more. And yeah, I have been discovering many things through myself, and really crazy transformative things. And yeah, so
What's one thing you're grateful for, Anna?
grateful for this class. I'm grateful though for my unusual life, and I'm grateful for yeah, many things. I don't know, like
Okay, excellent. Thank you for being here. I'm just gonna keep it moving just because I want to get through everybody. All right, Betty, you're up next. Let's try to keep it to 30 seconds. I know Betty likes to talk, so. All right, can you unmute yourself,
Yeah,
Betty?
I got you.
Okay.
Yes, I got it. Hi. Well, I'm just seeking methods of healing the childhood trauma, basically, that has turned into, that turns into things later in life when the kids are gone.
Excellent. Well, I think I can help you with that. What's one thing you're grateful for, Betty?
I'm really grateful for my kids and my grandkids and my great grandson.
Excellent. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
All right. Bianca, are you there, Bianca? Can you hear us, Bianca? Bianca might not be at her phone or computer. We'll come back to her. Uh, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Is it Zarina? Can you hear us, Zarina?
Yes, yes, I can. Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Zarina.
Thank you for being here.
Hi. Oh my God, thanks for having me. Um, what I wanted to get out of the course was,
Where
I
where are
guess
you from? Where's your
I'm
name?
from San Diego.
Oh,
I'm
you
here from
are.
San
Okay.
Diego. Yes, just
That's a
like
very San
you.
Diego name that you have.
I know. Yes, my background's from Mexico, and I'm very grateful for my family and for this course. Thanks for inviting me. Also, I want to unlock maybe also some traumas and maybe get some breathing work done. Also, I had an eye infection and it attacked was it the like pineal gland, the retina? Is that what it is? Like behind the eyes? Is it
The
which?
pineal gland is the in the center of your brain, so it sounds like probably the retina, but
Yeah,
it's all connected.
yeah, I guess so. I had a really bad infection and I couldn't see, and so I really want to clear that up and I want to improve that.
Okay.
That's why I'm here.
Excellent. Well, we can talk more about the hands-on work too, but thank you for being here in this
Oh
class.
my God, thank you for having me.
Of
So
course.
happy.
All right. Up next we have Jacinta, and I think Jacinta's in Australia. Can you hear us, Jacinta? Oh, you know what? I think she's actually traveling on a train, so I think she was just listening, but
Hello?
can you hear us, Jacinta?
Hello? I can hear, yeah. I was trying to get it to not connect to my car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just on my way to the station because I've got my chiro appointment, but I did not want to miss this, so I'll be listening on the train.
Thank you for being
Um, Thank you for having me. I'm from Australia. I've always been interested in alternative therapies and always went to a naturopath growing up. I don't think I've ever been through the medical system really for much. I had a couple of hippie parents growing up, so that was handy. I've just had a lot of trauma in my life and I'm healing myself through that. And I love looking at holistic ways of bettering myself and becoming a better human. So I'm very interested in this. I saw you on Instagram doing the endo stuff. I immediately ran out and found someone that was practicing it here. So that's who I'm going to see now. Yeah, it's been a game changer for me. So thank you.
Excellent. And I'm glad that you found someone to do it, but it's definitely not the same as what I do. So maybe one day you can.
Yeah, for sure. I bet.
What's one thing you're grateful for, Jacinta?
I'm grateful for my open mind and my amazing family and friends. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right. Michelle, can you unmute your mic?
Hello. Hi. I'm just here because I like to challenge my thinking and try and look at things in different ways and not be stuck inside the box and just like, all my programming. So I'm doing all of that. And yeah, I'm grateful for waking up this morning.
Excellent. 2 Australians back to back.
Yeah.
All right. We have Samuel. Samuel, can you hear me?
You hear me?
You're a lucky guy, Samuel. You're the only male in the class, it looks like. I think a couple guys dropped
We
out
need to balance.
because all the beautiful women were intimidating them.
Oh, really?
How are you?
Great, thank you.
Thank you
I'm
for
from
being here.
Sweden. I live in Norway, and I practice it's very similar to chiropractic. It's called naprapathy.
Say it again.
I'm a doctor of naprapathy.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nutrition plus the bone
No,
setting, correct?
it would be in the US, but here in Scandinavia, it's chiropractic.
Okay.
So
Very cool.
long story, but that's the origin. It was the founder of chiropractic. His 10th student was Oakley Smith. He was the founder of naprapathy.
Okay.
So a lot of history there, but I am here to help heal people in fear and unite them in love. So, and I've been exposed to this balloon therapy before, and I saw you on Instagram, and I thought this guy knows how to do it, and I need to learn that technique.
Excellent.
So that's why I follow you, and I subscribe to your emails, and I got this email, and I thought, oh shit, it's now, so I'm on.
Thank you for being here. What's one thing you're grateful for?
One thing is my family. You said two first, so I'm really really grateful for my profession, that the universe led me to where I am today. It's been a journey.
You always have a reason to get out of bed.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. Well, thank you for being here, Samuel, and make sure we'll talk more about training with the hands-on stuff.
Sweet. All
right. I'm glad we have a smaller group because we can be more interactive like this. Okay, so now I don't know if you guys are seeing my screen, can you see is your view being obstructed by the sidebar, or is that in the way? Let me ask Samuel here. Samuel, can you unmute yourself for a second? Can you hear me, Samuel?
Yeah.
Is your view obstructed of the slideshow at all, or can you see the full screen?
I can choose to minimize your picture.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like little toggle.
Gotcha. Okay. This is my first time hosting on Zoom, so I don't know what you guys are seeing exactly. I just want to make sure that you're able to see the slideshow.
I can move your screen around and minimize it.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Thank you, Samuel. Okay. So again, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. We're going to talk about the class structure and what that's going to look like. So this is just a free informational webinar to talk about what the 6-week intensive is going to look like. So it's going to be online. It's going to be group. I would like to keep it smaller. That way we can focus on more interaction with one another, as well as I can work with you guys on a much more personalized level. Whereas if we had, even 15 people, that would be difficult time-wise. So it looks like it's going to work out to be a much smaller group, and I'm happy about that. So it's going to be a Wolfpack, and let's see. There we go. Okay. It's a Wolfpack because we're all in this together and we're all going to help each other. So the primary focus of the 6-week intensive is that by the end of the 6 weeks, each Wolfpack member will be able to possess the knowledge and the skill sets to heal themselves through the following modalities. And we're going to cover other modalities, but these are the 3 main ones that I want to focus on because this is going to set the foundation for everything else that we learn. So Dr. Robert Morris's fruitarian and lymphatic diet. Dr. Morris has been a fruitarian for about 55 years. He has cured people of HIV. He's cured people of cancer, Lyme disease, lupus, MS, everything. He's regrown fingers, all things that are scientifically impossible with the fruitarian, and then as well as his knowledge on the lymphatic diet. He has revolutionized the understanding of the lymphatic diet. The next modality that we're going to be focusing on is the biomagnetic self-compassion for releasing emotional trauma. And I'm going to talk more in depth about that. But just to give you guys a little idea, I took 2 different modalities and combined them together. So by using biomagnets on certain points of the body with a specific self-directed compassion, we're able to release emotions from the body and even cellular memories. So it's a very powerful tool. And then we're going to be focusing on my proprietary elite healing, detoxification, and parasite cleansing. If you guys follow these protocols, you will see worms. You will see all kinds of stuff coming out of you in the toilet that you didn't think were in your body. It's crazy. It's gross, but how good you feel afterwards, the clear-headedness that you experience, 1000% worth it. Okay. So now, who am I? Because that kind of matters. I don't know how many of you have been following me. But a little bit about my healing journey. We're not going to spend too much time here. But in the past, I have overcome bipolar disorder, for which I have been hospitalized for roughly 8 to 10 times. I don't know exactly how many times I've been hospitalized because it was a lot and there was a lot going on in my life at that time, but it was somewhere in between 8 and 10 times. During a 10-year period, I had suicidal urges nonstop, 24/7, all day long. I had an amphetamine addiction, which led me to being briefly homeless and living in poverty. I had a very abusive and neglectful childhood. I have cured myself of Lyme disease, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, and a traumatic brain injury that happened at about age 6 to the left prefrontal cortex. And that's what led me to take the sinus ballooning and really revolutionize it and update the technology to speed up the ability for it to change the brain and heal the brain. And then some of just my education, there's more stuff, but this is just some of the basics. I have been a massage therapist and working hands-on with the body for over 10 years. I attended Chinese medicine and acupuncture school for 1 semester because I ran out of money and had to drop out, but it all worked out in the end. I had an apprenticeship in neurocranial restructuring with the Howell family. The Howell family took sinus ballooning in the 70s and they updated it. And so I had a brief apprenticeship up in LA with his son, Derek. It was good, but I've made it the best. And so I updated it, improved it with the creation of endocranial therapy. But Dr. Howell is amazing. He didn't invent sinus ballooning, but he basically resurrected it from the dead. Nobody was using it, and he was going to Bastyr University up in Washington State, and he kind of pulled it out of the graveyard and blew it up. Over the last couple of years, I have traveled the country of the United States of America, and I've worked hands-on with hundreds of people, including semi-pro athletes, medical doctors, and healers of all kinds. And now I am currently being invited to hold retreats and train doctors all around the world. So you guys are on the cutting edge with me. And I'm happy to have you here. So that was just a little bit about myself. I don't like talking about myself, but most of you are probably wondering who I am and what I'm about. And so I just wanted to briefly share that. All right, let's take a moment to gather ourselves. If you have some water, grab some water. If you want to take a couple of deep breaths. Okay. So the first healing modality that we're going to be talking about, and for any of you, if you have questions, at the end, we'll do a quick Q&A just to cover any questions or confusions. So the first modality that we're going to be focusing on in the 6-week group intensive is Dr. Robert Morse's fruitarian and lymphatic diet. So the key focus of this modality is that we're going to work on gradually alkalizing the body or oxygenating the body by increasing our fruit intake by 60 to 80% of our overall diet. And that might seem like a lot to some of you, especially if you're in a Scandinavian country where fruit is probably not the easiest to come by, but there are certain workarounds that we can work with. In a perfect world, we would all be eating 100% fruit because we are frugivores. We are meant to eat fruit. Our teeth, our intestines, our lymphatic system is not designed to process cooked foods. It's not designed to eat meat. For those of us who evolved out of Northern Europe in the cold, our DNA has been altered and changed so that we can handle eating meat. But if you evolved out of an evolutionary tree close to the equator where the sun is, you definitely are not designed to be eating meat. So I realize none of us are going to eat 100% fruit, but I have found that if you can get up to that 60% mark, your health really begins to take off. And then part of Dr. Robert Morse's system is understanding the lymphatic system. It is a very misunderstood, maybe even deliberately lied about system in Western medicine. It is not understood at all. So we're going to cover that. We're going to do the basics of iridology diagnostics. So Dr. Morse focuses on the iris of the eye for finding organ weaknesses and then using certain glandulars and herbs to correct that imbalance. And then, yeah, we're going to learn how to use Dr. Morse's herbs and glandulars to speed up and enhance healing. So that's Dr. Robert Morse's fruitarian and lymphatics. I'm just going to move this umbrella a little bit to get the sun out. All right, I think that's better. Okay, so the second section that we're going to be focusing on is biomagnetic compassion. So like I briefly mentioned, we're going to be using a very special high-grade magnet on certain points of the body, in addition to using self-directed compassion to release the stored trauma and emotions from the body on a psychological level, but also on a cellular memory level. So in our whole body, we're going to release it from the cells and, of course, the nervous system. So the focus of this section is going to be harnessing Mother Earth's natural healing power of electromagnetic polarities. So electricity is generated with our thoughts. That's the masculine energy. The magnetic energy is generated from the heart, and that's the feminine energy. So when we take electromagnetism and we put it together, the head and the heart, we have a complete holistic modality, masculine and feminine. Masculine coming from our thoughts and the feminine coming from our heart. Most healing modalities are one or the other. This is going to be both, so it's very powerful. It's using radical self-directed compassion to release stored trauma from the body. Since we're going to be interacting a lot, we're going to be tearing down the walls of fear and separation surrounding the trauma. I find that a lot of people, whether you were molested as a kid or you were raped or your parents were in a cult, there's just so much shame about it that I'm all alone. Nobody else can relate to this weird shit that I've been through, but that's not true. A lot of us have had very weird childhoods. And so just by removing that barrier, you realize that you're able to heal some of this stuff. And then the formula for that is authenticity plus vulnerability plus safety plus fun equals elite theta healing. And I'm going to touch on what theta is. It's a brain state. I realize I'm moving really fast, so I'm gonna try to slow down. I just get so excited about this stuff that my brain just starts going. Okay, so the third modality that we're going to be talking about is some of my elite healing proprietary detoxification and parasite cleansing protocols. So the other two ones are very important. You're working with, nutrition and then also releasing emotions. But I have found that if your like liver and your kidneys are full of parasites, you're really not going to be able to let go of a lot of the emotional stuff. And that's because you actually have cellular memory in the parasites. I'm just going to share an example here, and it may seem graphic or grotesque, but let's say that a woman has been raped and she got a parasite from being raped. That parasite carries that vibration and the emotions in the parasite. So all the shame, all the trauma, all of the fear around rape and fear around men, it's actually in the parasite. And so we can't really deal with the emotions fully until we actually cleanse the body of the parasites, the sexually transmitted infections. All of that stuff has to go hand in hand with the emotions. I know that sounds very weird. You probably have never heard that anywhere, but that's just what I have found. So as the body releases the emotions and the infections and the parasites, they go hand in hand. It's like left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Very holistic. The focus of this section is going to be how to safely and effectively work through Herxheimer and detoxification reactions. Herxheimer is a term for the die-off of infections and parasites when you're doing a cleanse. And most people give up a detoxification protocol because the Herxheimer is so uncomfortable. You may get insomnia, you may get depression. A lot of people get extreme fatigue. And most people are just unable to deal with the symptoms because they have work responsibilities and family responsibilities. And so they give up the cleanse. If you're part of this group, we are going to learn how to open up the liver and the kidneys so that the body can process and handle the detoxification reactions much better. You're never not going to experience any negative symptoms. It's just not possible. But a lot of these tools are going to minimize it so that you're able to go to work, so that you can take care of your kids and that you can live a normal life. So I'm going to give you guys the best methods for opening up the detox pathways, allowing your body to naturally remove the toxins, the parasites, the chemicals, heavy metals, and even more effectively process the emotional traumas. Once you join the group, I will give you guys the links to the most effective tools. I've spent over a decade through trial and error learning which enema bucket works best, which sauna works best. They're not all the same, so that's important. All right, let's just take a couple breaths here. Maybe do a little bit of stretching. Oh. Say your favorite curse word. You guys already know my favorite curse word, so I'll let you say yours. Take a break to show you guys the pine cone. The pine cone signifies the pineal gland in all ancient societies and traditions. I use the pine cone as part of my body work. It's a perfect tool for digging into the body, and it also carries a very high vibration. It's a very special tool from nature. It's a very cool thing. You can use it to roll your hands to get some energy going. You can roll on your neck in here. You can use the tip to dig into some points, to dig into the neck. You can get into the jaw. Very cool thing. Pineal gland. Okay, so now we're going to talk about theta learning. So some of you might be wondering, how are we going to cover so much stuff in such a short period of only 6 weeks? And the answer is through theta learning. So by activating a certain neurological state of the brain and really the whole body, we increase the neuroplasticity of our body, and we enhance the ability to learn and memorize and think in outside the box ways. So through specific brain and neurological states, we can increase the neuroplasticity and learning capacity to that of a superhuman level, because we all are gods, right? We're not human beings, we're gods stuck in a human vessel. And the word human in Sanskrit, it actually literally is 2 separate words. The first is hu, which is the 5th syllable of that chant. And then man is basically a beast or an animal. So it's the sound of God contained within an animal vessel. So we are half God, half man. And when we get into that theta state, we're tapping into our God state. So when we are laughing, connecting, being authentic, we put our brain into that theta state. That's the state of an infant, of a newborn, of a Tibetan monk who's been meditating for 50 years. That's all theta. The artist on the stage, Jimi Hendrix, that's all theta brainwaves. And theta brainwaves are associated with increased creativity, intuition, and memory formation. So everything that we take in when we're in that theta state, it locks into our brain on a much deeper level. And unfortunately, if you live in the Western world, we're almost never in the theta wave brain. We're always in like alpha or beta, and it's just not as effective. Alpha is much more left brain, right hand, whereas theta is much more right-brained and left hand, more creative. In fact, why don't we'll take 30 seconds. I'll show you guys a way to activate your right brain and kind of put you in a theta state. So everyone have your elbow above your shoulder level right here. Good. And then you're going to take you're just going to go like this right here, and then start tapping your right foot simultaneously. So left hand and right foot. It's left hand because above the waist, it crosses opposite side. Below the waist, it's actually the same side. So I know that sounds really weird, but it's just the way the nervous system is wired. So every time you do this, you're activating the right side of your brain. Get a little hand pump in there too. So that's called a be afferent message. So be afferent means from the body up to the brain. So we're telling the brain to stimulate through our body. A afferent is from the brain down to the body. So B is body up to the brain. A is from the brain down to the body. They're both important. Big breath, hold it, blow it out. All right. So for those of you who are interested in joining the Elite Healing Wolfpack, which I hope it's all of you, some of the things that we're going to need before the first day of class are going to be at least 2 neodymium biomagnets. I checked on Amazon, it's roughly $40. You're going to need a BPA-free enema kit, roughly $20. You're going to need 1 bottle of 70% isopropyl rubbing alcohol in cotton balls, about $15. And then aluminum-free baking soda, which should cost you somewhere around $1 million. And then, of course, once you join the intensive, I will provide links for the specific products. All right. So we've covered a lot so far. So everything that's going to be included in the 6-week Elite Healing Wolfpack group intensive, there's going to be 6 meetings or 6 sessions once per week. It's going to be on a Saturday. And each meeting is going to last roughly 3 to 4 hours. So it's going to be long. It's going to be your whole afternoon. And we're just going to be covering a lot of ground. And I have time saved after the class is over. So anyone had any trauma came up and they don't know how to deal with it, I will personally sit with you and help you work through it. So the modalities are the fruitarian, lymphatic, biomagnetic compassion, elite detox, and the parasite cleansing. I'm going to set up a Telegram support group for you guys to share your challenges and encouragement in between the sessions during the week. You're going to be part of a support framework of a highly motivated elite healing wolf pack, which is really important. Not that you couldn't do all of this stuff and figure out all the stuff on your own, because I did. So obviously you could do it. But it took me about a decade. So the reason why we're doing this as a group is because, well, for one, I've already done it and I can share it with you guys, and it's just going to save you a ton of time. And time is really the most valuable thing that you have in this physical matrix. And then for anyone that joins the class, as long as you attend all 6 live sessions, you will get a complimentary 30-minute consultation with me one-on-one at the end. And then for everyone that attends all 6 live sessions, you also will get a bonus class on color and light therapy, which is really, really cool. So like you guys might see me wearing all the different color glasses. This is color and light therapy. Each color focuses on a different part of the brain to stimulate certain vibrations. And it's just something really cool to add to your healing toolkit. You also probably have noticed that I've been using color and light therapy on all the slides because it's activating the brain in a different way. All right, so the total for all of that is $1,555, and that might seem like a lot, and I realize that, but money is all relative, and the amount of value that you guys are going to get out of this is going to be tremendous. If I could tell you how many hundreds of thousands of dollars that I've spent to obtain all of this, you would realize that that's actually a very, very good deal. So some important details. The financial investment for the Wolfpack Intensive is $1,555. I can spread it out into 3 monthly payments of $555 on PayPal just to make it more accessible. I know that we have Christmas coming up, so hopefully there's some cash coming in for all of us. And then the intensive start date is going to be either Saturday, December 9th or Saturday, December 16th. Depending on how many people sign up from this group, I may hold one more informational webinar like this just to see if we can get some more people in. And it's going to be at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Zoom. So the same time that we started today will be the time that we start on Saturday, either December 9th or December 16th. So if anybody feels like they're interested in that, I would tentatively write down those dates and the financial investment just so you have it in the back of your mind. We will do some emotional clearing on the call today for those of you that have any trauma around money and finances. So when you set the intention, let's say you want to take this class and fear, you can actually feel the fear rise up in your heart or in your body. We'll clear that so that the universe can give you what you need to be able to pay for this. And then just as a reminder, the complimentary individual consult will take place after the last intensive, and you must attend all 6 live classes to be eligible for that. The bonus class, yeah, of color and light therapy. Then you get the complimentary consults. and some important reminders if you guys want to just take a moment to take a breath here and maybe write some of the stuff down because it is important. On the very first class, the very first session, we are going to be using the tool. So if you plan on signing up, you probably want to order some of the stuff in the next day or two because depending on shipping with the holidays, it could take a little bit longer than normal. But you're going to want to have at least 2 biomagnets. If it resonates with you, I'd recommend just purchasing a larger pack because we can get started with 2, but it is helpful to have 4 or 5. You're going to need that 70% isopropyl rubbing alcohol and cotton balls. And then you're also going to want to have the BPA-free enema kits ready for the first day of class. A lot of people have a lot of fear and confusion about what an enema is and how to do it. We're not going to do any live demonstrations of enemas, but I will give you guys a brief rundown on what's happening and how to use it. And we're going to be using some of those detoxification protocols in between the weekly intensives, and then we'll report back the next week and see what your challenges were. I couldn't hold the enema, it burned, all kinds of things that could come up, and we'll address them. And so this is an important date for you guys to write down. The first class will be either December 9th. So next Saturday, if we get enough people in this group, I'll start it next Saturday. If I need to get a couple more people, then we'll push it to December 16th. And I'm going to teach you guys how to clear any and all financial blocks regarding the class. We're going to do that after the slideshow. And then I would recommend using your healing chant and mudra daily. That healing chant is going to connect your nervous system with the nervous system of the universe, and it will give you all kinds of information that you need. So let's try it one more time just so we can lock it in and make sure you guys understand it. So remember, we got middle fingers touching, all other fingers down. And the 5 syllables are ah, na, e, hu. Big breath, really just relax into your body. Put all of your focus, awareness, and attention up at the third eye. Right here, the pineal gland. You can even focus on the dead center of your brain and visualize it. You're talking to it. You're calling out for God to let you be God. Anahu. 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 One more. Anahu. Couple of big grounding breaths. Sorry about that. Apparently, my dog Moose did not experience the calming effects of our chants. Okay. I am going to take the slide down. If anyone is interested, I can email you the slide so you can review it on your own. But I'm going to take it down. Okay, excellent. Everybody can still see me, right? Okay. All right, so I'm going to do a clearing session on financial trauma and money. but I'm going to open it up and let you guys ask any questions that you may have, express any concerns, and then that way we can even clear some of the concerns. So if anybody has a question, would you raise your hand and I will unmute you. And if anybody needs to go, we are at an hour, so you don't feel bad if you need to go or you're not interested. It's all good. Any questions? No questions? I'm just such a great presenter that I answered everybody's questions. Oh, is that Anna?
Betty's wriggling her arm around.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see. Can you unmute yourself, Anna?
Yeah, actually, you said before this lecture, I don't know, like about the nicotine something. And could you say something more about that?
About nicotine?
Yeah, thank
Sure.
you.
So I have a vape here. This is all organic vape juice. So it's made with organic fruits. So there's no pesticides and then organic nicotine. Sorry, let me just get the dog to stop. Hey, stop. Um, so I like nicotine because when I'm working, it helps me focus and engage my mind. I think I talked about in a video how nicotine fills the same receptor in the brain as vitamin B3. So vitamin niacin, nicotine fills that receptor in the brain. So if you're deficient in B vitamins, it's a very close shape of the molecule, so it actually fills the receptor in the brain. There's plenty of studies and research out there on nicotine preventing dementia, Alzheimer's, neurocognitive disorders and decline. It reduces inflammation in the body through the production of acetylcholine. There's a lot of benefits. If you're going to use nicotine, you just want to make sure that you get an organic vape juice, which can be difficult to find and it is more expensive. And then if you're going to smoke actual tobacco, the only tobacco I smoke is the teal American Spirits because that's organic and it's free of pesticides. And I'll roll it in a rice paper wrapping because the rice has no, carcinogens in it or anything like that. Does that answer your question, Anna?
Yeah, thank you. So it's very interesting. I have experience with the rapé, and it has been my teacher that helped me. But then in one moment, it kind of didn't help me anymore. I don't know. I felt like I learned everything, and then I could just get nervous or what. It just could make me more uncalm. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing with plant medicines is that it may be at a certain time in your life you need that teacher, and then at some point you no longer need the teacher, and so you don't continue using it when you no longer need it, right? And that touches on the point of like my goal with you guys specifically is like right now you need a teacher, but one day soon I don't want you to need me. I mean, this stuff is so good that like hopefully you'll be out on your own teaching other people soon. I don't want to see your face longer than a year or two because you're going to learn so much. Do you have any questions about does anybody have any questions specifically about the 6-week intensive?
Betty does.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who is it? Betty?
Betty.
Why am I not seeing her? There's a way to, isn't there a raise hand button or no? Oh, just doing it on screen.
There you
Hi,
go.
Betty.
I
Sorry,
unmuted.
sorry. I'm sorry I missed you.
That's okay. I had my wonderful friend there help wave you down. I'm very scared of the thought of a worm coming out of my body. That when you were talking about it, I thought, what the hell am I gonna do? I'm gonna be alone and something. What if it's not dead and it's wiggling? I could have a heart attack. I can't even think of that. I know they need to come out, but they're not bugging me. And I take an antiparasitic. I've been doing that for years. And I do eat like a lot of pumpkin seeds, raw pumpkin seeds. So that part just scares me.
Yeah, that's understandable. Um, I personally am more scared of having them live inside of me than getting them out of me.
What do you do when they come out? Like, what do you do? Like, oh my God, that would freak me out. I would be
Well,
outside.
so okay, so first off, they don't typically come out alive because they colonize the tissue and they like lock into the tissue, and so they don't let go until you kill them. And so they usually come out dead. I've never had a live one come out of me personally. I've
Okay.
heard I've heard of stories of live worms coming out of people,
Mm.
but that's not something I've experienced. And honestly, the stuff that I use and we will be using in the course is so strong, they're not coming out alive.
Does that make you nauseous and headachy, like, chemo kind of feeling?
Typically it would, but the detoxification protocol that I've put together is specifically tailored to deal with that stuff. So
Got it.
there's a dumb way to do parasite cleansing and there's a intelligent way. They both
Okay.
they both they both work, but it's just what how much hell do you want to go through?
Right.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
We
I
can we can
mean,
also if everybody sticks around after the Q&A, we can do some clearing on that specifically too if you want.
okay. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for your question. I think there
Thank
is
you.
a question in the chat here. Let me see. So Jacinta is on the train. She can't talk, but she's asking about the cost of the class. Is it in USD? It is in USD. I'm living in America, so that it's in USD. And then also, will you be doing another course next year in December and January, as it is a difficult period for me to commit timing wise? I'm honestly not sure. I'm really just in flow, Jacinta, and it depends on any trips or retreats that I have planned for endocranial therapy because I am getting asked to go to a lot of different places. And also, I do want to tell you guys, like, I am bringing on like professional coaches and marketing teams, and they're going to be increasing my prices pretty significantly. So this may be the only course that's kind of at a more affordable budget because I don't have those coaches and marketing teams on board yet. But the ones that I've spoken to, they are telling me that I'm undercharging pretty significantly. So that's just a side note that this may be the only course that is at this price. Hopefully, Jacinta heard that on her train. Does anybody else have any questions? And if I'm missing you, I apologize. I'm still learning all the Zoom stuff here. Let's see. Okay, Jacinta did hear. Excellent. Um, we'll just take a couple breaths and see if any questions come in. And if they don't, then we'll do some clearing stuff on finances and on parasites, because I'm sure that Betty is not the only person that is afraid of a worm crawling out of her ass. All right, so let's just slow, deep breathing. You can close your eyes. I'll play you guys some of my music that I've made while we're focusing on our breaths. I'll just let that play for a couple minutes if everyone's cool with that. It's just instrumental music and it's nice to kind of meditate too. So big, slow breaths in through your nose, hold it at the top, and then let it out through the mouth. I apologize. I'm trying to stop the. Okay. Could you? I'm just curious. Could you guys hear the sound? I'm not sure if it picks up sound. You could. Okay. Cool. Hopefully that wasn't too abrasive to do a little bit of breathing too. Okay. Did any questions come up for anybody? Anything pop into anybody's mind? If not, we'll do a little bit of clearing and then we'll wrap it up. All right. I don't see any hands raised, so why don't we just get into some clearing? I know Betty talked about the fear of the parasites. I would like to specifically do some financial clearing. So if anyone feels blocked or stuck on money to be able to pay for the course, I'd like to just nip that in the bud right here. Is anyone feeling that they want to sign up if it were not for the money? And I'll unmute you and we'll actually just do a live clearing session right here. Betty? Okay, let me unmute Betty here. Or can you unmute yourself, Betty?
Yes, and there was somebody else too.
Okay. Who was it?
Oh, let me look.
Michelle. Okay, we'll get to Michelle after Betty.
Okay.
Thank you for raising your hands. I know it takes courage, so thank you.
And it has Nita as well.
Who?
Janita, I'm not sure the lady that you were texting.
Yes, Cynthia.
Yes, messaging.
Okay. All right, Betty. So do you want to share specifically what about money is coming up that you feel blocked on to be able to do something like this?
I've not seen, I didn't grow up seeing anything other than lack of or listening to that. So the programming is much therapy and work and all kinds of stuff. I think of a lot of money and it scares me. So I know that that's why, I do have everything I need and want on a very humble level, but not for, big purchases. Because I think money scares me still. Little Betty.
I understand. I've been homeless. I've been on food stamps. I know what it's like to not have anything and save up my whole entire disability paycheck to go see a healer. So I get it. So I want to help you guys with this. And I'm not going to do it by lowering my prices. I'm going to force you guys to rise up. Because if I lower my prices to meet your needs, we're not actually fixing the root problem.
Right.
You need to be in a state where you realize that money is just an energy like breathing. And when you want to take a breath, you can pull it in. And so I really want to get to the root of it for you. Do you feel comfortable doing this with everyone here?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And you talked about feeling that sense of lack as a kid. Do you remember a specific time or memory or age where that really stands out, that feeling of lack?
Having to wear hand-me-downs and go to school and be asked by a teacher, what did you get for Christmas? And I didn't know what to tell her. So I said clothes. She goes, well, you don't wear any of them. So it was really just, I just went into like quiet mode or, freeze mode.
Okay. Do you remember how old you were?
I was 13.
13. Okay. So so with your eyes closed, I want you to put your 13-year-old self in front of you. You can draw a figure 8, like the infinity sign, and put your current day self in one circle and then put your 13-year-old self in the other. And let me know when you have that visualized.
Wow, this is interesting. Okay. Yeah, she don't want to come. That's funny. Yeah, okay.
However, and everyone, I invite you to do this with us because it'll clear for everybody.
Which one goes on top? The me now?
It doesn't matter which one's wherever you're comfortable. Just we have the
Oh, actually, it's on. Okay, never. Okay.
So can you see her?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna use the self-directed compassion to your 13-year-old self. This isn't as effective if we had the magnets, but this will get the ball rolling. So just take a big breath here. Just really settle into that feeling of lack. And then I want you to repeat after me, and everybody can repeat with us if you would. I'm so sorry that you lack.
So sorry that you lack.
I'm so sorry that you're living in poverty.
I'm sorry you're living in poverty.
So the statement is, I am so sorry.
I am so sorry you're living in poverty.
I'm so sorry you don't have enough to eat.
I'm so sorry you don't have enough to eat.
I'm so sorry you don't have enough to wear.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you don't have enough to wear.
I'm so sorry that you're broke.
So sorry that you're broke.
I'm so sorry that your parents are broke.
So sorry that your caregiver is broke.
I'm so sorry you don't have parents.
So sorry you don't have parents.
I'm so sorry nobody cares about you.
So sorry nobody cares about you.
All right, you want to take a big breath and then check in with the 13-year-old in front of you?
Yep.
How is she doing? Does she seem different at all?
Oh, it's just a lot of like resistance, like pain, like just shame.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right, big breath and then we'll keep going.
Oh man.
Unless you can stop if you want.
No, we can. I mean, it's necessary. I think it's just painful.
Yeah. You can feel it coming up though, right?
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Good. All right. So big breath. I'm so sorry you're ashamed of being poor.
I'm so sorry you're ashamed of being poor.
I'm so sorry you're embarrassed of your poverty.
I'm so sorry you're embarrassed of your poverty.
I'm so sorry you have to hide your pain around your poverty.
I'm so sorry you have to hide your pain around poverty.
I'm so sorry you have to hide your life from everyone around you.
So sorry you have to hide your life around
I'm,
everyone that's around you.
I'm so sorry you're ashamed of your pain.
Say that again.
I'm so sorry you're ashamed of your pain.
I'm so sorry you're ashamed of your pain.
Good. We're getting to it. I'm so sorry you don't have anyone to talk to about your pain.
I'm so sorry you don't have anyone to talk to about your pain.
I'm so sorry that every time you try to hide your pain, it gets worse.
I'm just so sorry every time you try to hide your pain, it gets worse.
I'm so sorry you're stuck in a cycle of shame about money.
I'm so sorry you're stuck in a cycle of shame about money.
I'm so sorry your ancestors are stuck in a cycle of lack.
I'm so sorry your ancestors are stuck in a state of lack.
I'm so sorry your ancestors were taken advantage of.
I'm so sorry your ancestors were taken advantage of.
I'm so sorry there's no one there to help you.
So sorry there's no one there to help you.
I'm so sorry there's no adults that have the resources to help you.
I'm so sorry there's no adults that have the resources to help you.
I'm so sorry there's no adults to protect you.
I'm so sorry there's no adults to protect you.
I'm so sorry there's no one to take care of you.
I'm so sorry there's no one to take care of you.
You want to take a breath here and just let it settle for a second?
Yep.
You're doing good. It's landing. Thank you, everyone in the class, for holding space for Betty.
Thank you.
We're gonna keep
I didn't
going.
know this was gonna happen.
I know. It's cool though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't like to cry in front of people.
Oh, it's all right. Can we keep going, Betty?
Sure. If it's okay with everybody else.
Yeah, I think everyone who's decided to stay here, a couple people have left. No one's being forced to be here. And we'll do another one after Betty. Let's see. I'm so sorry you can't cry in front of anybody.
So sorry you can't cry in front of her.
I'm so sorry you can't share your pain with anyone.
I'm sorry you can't share your pain with anyone.
I'm so sorry you have to be perfect and can't show your pain.
I'm so sorry you have to be perfect and can't show your pain.
I'm so sorry you're embarrassed of your family.
I'm so sorry you're embarrassed of your family.
I'm so sorry there's no one there to help you.
So sorry there's no one there to help you.
I'm so sorry there's no one stronger than you to give you a hand up off the ground.
I'm so sorry. There's no one stronger than you to give you a hand ground.
I'm so sorry you have to do it all alone.
So sorry I have to do it all alone.
I'm so sorry money is impossible.
I'm so sorry money is impossible.
All right, let's take 2 big breaths here. All right, how is the 13-year-old self in front of you? She look a little bit better?
She definitely does, but like an 8-year old version of me really popped out.
Hmm.
So that's kind of interesting. Thank you.
So that we got the top layer, and there's probably much deeper layers, and
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's the stuff that we would go in on the the 6-week intensive.
Right. Oh boy, that was like having parasites come out of my butt.
Yeah, they're like emotional parasites.
Yeah. It was, it's not safe to cry. It has never been.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you so much for letting us do that. If everyone
Thank
wants
you.
to give Betty a little clap, that's not easy to do.
No,
All right. Good job, Betty.
thank you.
All right. We'll do one more. I think it was Michelle, right? That you wanted to.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think I removed some blocks with spending money on my health a little while ago, but then I just put in another block in its place. So I kind of budgeted like $150 a week towards my so like yours is a little bit more than that. And it's online and I also do a lot better in person. So I was going to choose between your course and another course, which I've been weighing up. Usually I don't do that either. I normally jump in and it's another thing that I'm working on. So the past me probably would have just jumped straight in and did your course, but now my mind is overthinking and trying to choose between the two. So one of my blocks is the amount per week is more than my budget. So yeah, that's my block.
Okay. When you okay, so when you think of that, what's the feeling that comes up? Is it fear? Is it frustration?
It feels really restricting and really small mind thinking that if I keep thinking like this is not going to get as big as I want to, because like you were talking about before, I need to expand my thinking that I've allocated this amount and that's how much I seem to have attracted to and that's how much I have, but there's no limit on it. There shouldn't be, because then I'll just draw in money from other places, but it seems to be my it's my block.
No, it's true. I mean, when you start healing some of the stuff and opening up new brain centers, your creativity, your imagination for business and art and all kinds of stuff goes off the charts. So it really is the best investment. Can you think of a time in your childhood where you felt like, very contracted or restricted in your ability to like think and use your imagination?
Oh yeah, like all the time. Yeah, I can't. I don't have a specific time, but my whole childhood was restricted with, going to work, getting a 9 to 5, and I was always looking outside the box, but I kept getting put back in. And yeah, I'm only just starting to get back out of it again. But yeah, all from my childhood. I can't pinpoint an exact age.
Okay.
But as well, it's like I guess through my marriage with my husband and reminding me of my dad, and I'm seeing the connection there now, which I never saw before, where he's the one that sets budgets and stuff and like that. So there's a bit of a block with our relationship and my dad's relationship. So
Gotcha. Do you think it makes more, what do you resonate with more, trying to clear the limitations with your husband or the limitations with your dad?
I think
Well,
they're both
they're
related, so
both.
probably my dad.
But yeah, let's do your dad because that's the earlier one. I'm just gonna move the umbrella and then we'll do this. All right, I think that's a little bit better, right? Not too much glare. Okay, so Michelle, and you feel comfortable, Michelle, doing this with everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so let's close your eyes, Michelle. And if you want, I forgot to do this with Betty. I apologize, Betty. But if you want to cross your left and your right arm over each other and then cross your left and right ankles, because when we cross the body, we're left and right brain is integrated. Okay, so let's close your eyes. We'll take a big, slow breath to kind of settle into your body. And what memory comes up when you think of feeling limited or controlled or restricted by your father? It may be around money, it might not be around money. It could be something else.
Um, just when I wanted to study things that wouldn't bring in money, in the immediate term and being directed to get a job.
Oh yes, I'm very familiar with that type of parenting. How old were you when that first started happening?
15.
15? Okay. So close your eyes. You can draw a figure eight, the infinity symbol. Put your current self in one of the circles and then put your 15-year-old self in the other circle. And let me know when you have the visual on that.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Does anything stand out about the 15-year-old self? How is she standing? What does she look like?
She looks very much like what I look like now. I think I'm regressed to a 15-year-old, to be honest with you, with all my healing I've been doing. I kind of feel like I'm stuck here. Hence my kitty cat earphones that I recently purchased. We look very much the same at the moment.
What about her emotional state? What's her body language like?
She's very dissociated, disconnected.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we're going to take a big breath and then I want you to repeat after me. I'm so sorry you're stuck.
I'm so sorry you're stuck.
I'm so sorry you're restricted.
I'm so sorry you're restricted.
I'm so sorry you're controlled.
So sorry you're controlled.
I'm so sorry someone else is controlling your life for you.
I'm so sorry someone else is controlling your life for you.
I'm so sorry you have no control over your life.
I'm so sorry you have no control over your life.
I'm so sorry you're living someone else's life.
I'm so sorry you're living someone else's life.
I'm so sorry you have no freedom.
I'm so sorry you have no freedom.
I'm so sorry you can't make your own choices.
I'm so sorry you can't make your own choices.
Big breath here, Michelle. I'm so sorry someone else has to make your decisions for you.
I'm so sorry someone else has to make decisions for you.
I'm so sorry you don't believe and trust your own intuition.
I'm so sorry you don't believe and trust your own intuition.
I'm so sorry you don't trust yourself.
I'm so sorry you don't trust yourself.
I'm so sorry you're always in conflict.
I'm so sorry you're always in conflict.
How does the 15-year-old in front of you look? Has her body language relaxed at all? Does she look different?
Um, I do feel a bit of sadness coming up because you kind of hit the nail on the head with the last few statements.
Okay. All right. We'll touch on the sadness then. I'm so sorry you're so sad.
I'm so sorry you're so sad.
I'm so sorry you want to be free, but you're like a caged bird.
I'm so sorry that you want to be free, but you're like a caged bird.
I'm so sorry you're in chains.
I'm so sorry you're in chains.
I'm so sorry you're a slave to someone else's will.
I'm so sorry you're a slave to someone else's will.
I'm so sorry you don't have authority over your own life.
I'm so sorry you don't have authority over your own life.
I'm so sorry someone else is running the show.
I'm so sorry someone else is running the show.
I'm so sorry you're sad and powerless.
I'm so sorry you're sad and powerless.
I'm so sorry it's so sad to feel trapped and hopeless.
I'm so sorry it feels sad to feel so trapped and helpless.
I'm so sorry they're holding you down.
I'm so sorry they're holding you down.
I'm so sorry there's nothing you can do.
I'm so sorry there's nothing you can do.
Take a big breath here, Michelle. How is the 15-year-old in front of you?
She's feeling a little bit more heard and supported in that. Yeah, she didn't get a lot of, but yeah, still, still a lot of work to do there.
Is that something you think you can take from today and maybe do a little bit more work on your
Yeah,
own?
absolutely. Yeah.
So it's just, I'm so sorry, and whatever you feel like needs to be let go of. Because honestly, a lot of this is it's just bringing consciousness and awareness into ways that we've been hurt and for things that no one ever apologized to us. And we're just giving ourselves the apology that our parents should have gave to us, but refused to do. And so by just acknowledging it and saying, I'm so sorry that happened to you, that's really all the body needs to let go of it. It just wants to be acknowledged and an apology. It's not complicated and it's not rocket science. It just wants an apology and to be acknowledged that that happened.
Mm. Yeah, that's good.
Good job, Michelle. All right. I think that is all the energy I have for clearing today. I know you guys have to figure some stuff out to be able to take the next step. Is anybody ready to sign up today and get going? I know Jacinta is on a train right now. If the money issue is the main component, I can figure something out to break it up into longer monthly payments. It's gonna work out to be a little bit more money than if you just paid the smaller amounts. But we can figure that out. I'm just gonna check the chat because there's a couple chats in here. Oh, Caesar Zarina is saying she can't hear. I apologize if there was a technical issue. Um, All right. Well, unless anybody has any questions about either the class or what the next step is, I probably will wind it down. I hope everyone felt like they got some value, even if you don't decide to take the next step. I'm glad I got to meet you guys and hopefully gave you some tools that you can integrate into your day-to-day healing journey. Any questions? No?
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, I did enjoy today. Thank you.
Of course. I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know if I will have your guys' emails of who was in the class. I will send you the recording from the class, and then I'll send you guys a follow-up email to be able to sign up for the class. Unless you just tell me right now that you're not interested, I won't send you guys that email. Is everyone okay with me following up with you?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I want to follow your updates, but for many reasons, I cannot take the class. But I really want to know the following, what will happen, and I really would like to um, come to your place and do that nose thing. I hope that one day it will be possible.
What country are you in, or where are you?
I am now in Peru, but I am from Latvia.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I've been telling people if they can get a group of about 10 to 12 people, wherever it is that you live, that I can travel to you for a group of people.
Are you planning to travel soon somewhere? Maybe somewhere closer to me? I'm going to Mexico probably.
Well, I am in San Diego and I work on people here. I'm going to Seattle the third week of January, and then we're planning a Bali retreat. I'm not sure which month that will be. And then probably maybe one more, because that would be 3 trips in the year. So but I would love to go to Peru. I was supposed to go to Peru a couple years ago and I got too sick right before the trip, so it wasn't meant to be at the time. But for everyone that's still here, make sure that you're subscribed to the newsletter, and that way we can stay in touch with any classes that I might be teaching, or if I'm traveling somewhere near you, you can see where I'll be traveling. And to subscribe to that, you just go onto the website and you put in your information on the form that's on the website page. Cool. Well,
Eric,
Thank you.
Thank you. Anna, you could stay at my place if you want.
Where is it?
I live in California. I live about 2.5 hours from where Eric practices, right? Eric, in San Diego, you practice. I live in Upland, Inland Empire.
Very cool.
I would like to.
Okay, well,
Let's keep in touch.
If you're gonna take the, you want to do the nose, you said the nose thing. That was so cute. Yeah, you're welcome to come and stay here. I don't have anybody, but as long as you're not allergic to cats, I keep a very clean house.
I'm probably going to work in Mexico, so then I could go to do nose job.
Yeah, tell Eric to contact me, or I'm on IG too.
Yeah, if you guys want to exchange your information, then please feel free to do so. Before I hang up, is everyone comfortable just putting your email address in the chat? And that way, if I can't find it on Zoom, I can just follow up with you guys directly.
Yep.
Okay, let me just get these guys down. Once you send your email, feel free to leave. I'm just gonna stay in here and make sure I get everybody. Jacinta, to answer your question, where do you get the vape? It is it's called Kai's Virgin Vapors, and it's actually here in San Diego. It's close by, and it's all organic. It's so let let me type it out for anyone who is interested. It's called Kai's Virgin Vapors, and it's a local company. And oh, I misspelled that. I'm sorry. Kai's Virgin Vapors. And if you do get something from Kai's, I recommend the bergamot pomegranate lavender. That is the best flavor there is. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate you. How did you end up in Peru?
Oh, I came here for a plant treatment, and actually, I did the cleaning by drinking oje, which is like trees juice, which is like burning out all the parasites and everything. And then for 3 days, you cannot touch anything. You cannot take a shower. You can. There's like a specific thing you cannot do because otherwise the body will just become very big. How to say? I'm thinking in Spanish. Yeah, I mean, like I did some plant medicine, like sarsa, which is like regenerating the cells and things like this. So, yeah.
Did you get any parasites out with the what did you take? What is it called?
Okay, it's
Okay.
called okay, and it's a juice of one tree, which you drink, and after then you have to vomit it out completely until the last drop, because otherwise it can't kill as well. And
Oh, wow.
then you have like a special diet for many weeks, and you have to walk around with umbrella because of humidity, and take shower all first 3 days cannot take shower. And yeah, many of those diets are very very interesting. And I don't know, I didn't feel like I have any parasites. It's just in that healing center. That's the first thing what they are giving to do, like the first plant that they are giving.
Interesting.
And
Do you actually get anything out that you could see? Nothing.
no, I don't think so. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's interesting because the parasites that we have nowadays have evolved, and so sometimes some of the older plant medicines are actually not strong enough to get the more evolved parasites. And so like some of the stuff I use does have chemicals in it because the parasites are so strong they require a heavier chemical to actually get rid of them.
And will you be speaking in your course as well about I don't know the name in English, like terpentin? I think that's the name, from a tree, like from a pine tree. Probably that's the.
Oh, turpentine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've used turpentine. I don't use it as much anymore because I have things that work better, but yeah, turpentine is definitely good. You have to use a lot of different combinations at different times on the moon cycle to get them. But also just looking at your face, I think that you could definitely benefit from the ballooning because your left eye, I don't know, did you get hit in the face?
I got, like, when I was small, I got to my nose many times, like maybe broken or just hit, and yeah, I had yeah, many injuries.
Is that your left side or is that your right side?
Which one? This one?
Other one.
Left side. This is the
Your
left
left side.
side.
Okay, so
And
I'll
and
just
I started to get I discovered that I have Lyme disease, and it was activating. Actually, it's in this side, so you can do right.
well,
Because
yeah.
the tick bited me, and I didn't know it for many years that it's Lyme disease, and I get to know it only, yeah, few months ago.
Well, what happens is when you get hit in the head, the tissue begins to die, right? Necrosis. And parasites and Lyme infections, they love dead tissues because dead tissue has no immune system, so it won't fight back. So the Lyme will settle in like the scar tissue and the necrotic tissues. And so for you, it's probably like right in here. And that's actually where I had my brain injury, was like right on the left frontal cortex. And so this specific prefrontal cortex, this is your happiness center. So if you got hit here or if you have an infection here, you're probably going to have some depressive issues. Do you have any depression?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and have you heard about tryptophan? Like amino
Tryptophan?
acids. Yeah, some people are taking it like to treat depression. And what do you think?
I mean, it's not going to fix the root problem. It's more of a symptomatic treatment, right? But if it helps you, feel better and sleep, then you can take it. One thing you do have to be aware of though with it's the 5-HTP TTP. For people, so like for people like myself who have bipolar, if you take too much of that, it can cause a mania or a psychotic episode. I I don't know. I don't think you have psychotic episodes, but it's just something to be aware of. If you get your serotonin up too high, that's when you have a manic episode.
What does it mean?
What is what is a manic episode?
Yeah, that's a
It's
really
like
different
so
language.
it's when you have you like a psychotic break. Uh you stop sleeping, you have a lot of energy, you kind of do crazy things that you wouldn't do otherwise. Do you know what I mean? And that's typically when they'll put someone in a psych ward or a hospital. That's when I would get put into hospitals, is when I wasn't sleeping and I would get kind of a little bit crazy. So they would put me in a hospital. Cool. Well, I gotta run, but it was really nice talking with you, Anna, and it was nice meeting everyone else in here as well. I think I have everybody's email address, and I will follow up with some more information. And I really appreciate you guys being here, and make sure you subscribe to the newsletter so we can stay in touch.
Thank
And
you so much.
yeah, thank you for being here, Anna. Good luck with everything. If the money is an issue for you, we'll figure like a longer payment or something if you want to take the class, because I think it could help you.
I would like to, but at this moment, each day I'm not sure what's gonna happen, so I cannot have like a regime. But I really would like to go and to
Okay.
Santiago.
So, and at some point, I think the hands-on work for your face would help a lot.
Mhm.
Either me or someone else that's, closer, it could benefit you a lot. All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Thank you guys. I love you.